Inspirational stories and advice. We might tell you something to help you with your life. Independent educator, how I fight. To follow us, you cannot do it overnight. Official Rockett now up on the ground. Put 2 fingers in the air for ace time.
What you gonna do when you can't fight anymore? Are you gonna run from the calm before the storm? Rise up from the ashes of your life. Show them all you're here to survive. Every day we're fighting some type of demons. Can't let them win. Use your strength within. Hard work and determination.
Hello, guys. Welcome back. I am back again. So happy to see y'all again. Thank y'all so much for joining me on another episode of The Rocky Road, hosted, sponsored, and loved on by our friends over at Crowded Streaming. And also, big, as usual, y'all know because I say it every single episode. Big shout out to GCTV, Grind City Media, for getting us on Roku TV on Saturday nights, on H-Town Saturday nights, right alongside my friends over at Crowded Streaming as well. So if you're here, thank you so much for popping in. I have another very special music artist guest with us tonight. I have Aria with us tonight. Aria, say hello.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Man, Aria is joining us all the way from Pittsburgh, y'all. Yes, Pittsburgh. So Aria, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself as a music artist? What type of music do you do?
I do R&B music, and what I'm trying to do is bring back R&B when it was great in like the 90s and 2000s, and that's pretty much the direction I'm going in. I'm not opposed to doing any other genres or anything, but R&B is my soul.
Oh man.
And I just released my very first EP album like 3 days ago, and it's called Illusions of Love, and it's all love songs. It's about that love and hate type of thing that you hear all the time. You feel when you first get into a relationship, you feel that those butterflies, those heart palpitations and giggles, and then when you are ended and you're like, oh, I hate you. So it has a little bit of everything in it.
Oh, I love that. Yes, the good old days make R&B great again.
Yeah.
It's just, yeah, I miss those days. I really do. Well, since you brought up old school R&B, now I gotta put you to the test. What kind of R&B old school is your music reminiscent of?
I'm gonna say a little bit of Alicia Keys, a little bit of Mariah. I don't sound like them at all, and I don't write like them, but I derive myself through them. Like their music speaks to me, and that's what really got me into doing R&B. And I try to put my all into my music and trying to bring back that R&B, because like when you hear it from the 90s and 2000s, like you feel it, like you know what they're singing, like you just like have that feeling, like you just chill and relax. Like that's all I'm trying to do, is bring it back a little bit.
Oh man, it's so good to hear somebody say that they're trying to bring the old school back, especially on the music side. What I remember about R&B is it feeling like a warm laundry.
Right.
Like just a hug, like a love, and just being able to tap into exactly what you're going through. So
yes,
thank you so much for that. That is so good to hear. So
no problem.
Being in Pittsburgh, what city in Pittsburgh?
So I am out of Apollo, PA, which is about 40 minutes from Pittsburgh. Yeah, so I live like in a small town.
Kind of, is it a city or?
It's a city, but it's like not huge. I mean, there's probably, I'm gonna guess, maybe a couple thousand people, maybe. And that's just like through, because there's different towns of Apollo, but Apollo is like a city. So it's not real big, and this is where I grew up, and obviously I'm staying here until I do something big with my music. But I mean, it's not bad, and Pittsburgh's not too far away, so that's where I can do the music scene right now.
Man, so yes, thank you for mentioning that, because I've heard sometimes, being as an independent music artist, that was going to be the next question that I was going to ask you is, where do you go to perform out there?
Well, so I'm not completely independent. I am with a small, like it's kind of like an indie label type of thing.
Yeah.
And he books me shows. I've only had, since the coronavirus, I've only had about 3 shows. We've done a couple of lives, and I did just play Live Arts Everywhere. It was a big thing in Pittsburgh that they did, and they were doing this new thing where like they had different stages, and each stage had a different light, and they did like headphones, so there would be different stages, and if they clicked to your head on your headphones and it blinked up red, which is the stage, my color, they come to us and stuff. So it was really cool. It was called a silent
concert.
thing. It was different, but like I got a lot of good feedback from people, and it wasn't a big concert because like it was literally raining cats and dogs out there, so we did what we could. But yeah, there's a lot of different opportunities to do shows in Pittsburgh. Some you have to pay. Like I'm actually going to do a thing, I think it's next Thursday, where you pay $25 at the door for your cover, for your food and drinks or whatever, and then the artist gets to perform for 10 minutes for free. So it's a good practice thing, because like eventually I'm going to get bigger shows and stuff. It's just like now that the corona started lifting and now it's getting bad again, so we don't know how the shows are going to end up. But I will have a big show coming up either the 3rd or 4th week in September. It's at a big distillery, like very fancy and stuff. So I'm really excited about that. Me and a couple of different R&B artists are going to be doing that. So
that is so dope.
Yeah,
wow.
I'm really excited.
See, it's always interesting. I'm born and raised in Houston, so it's always interesting for me to find out how other cities work.
Right.
We actually have some of the same stuff, as far as paying to get on stage going on here, that can range in price from, like you said, a few dollars all the way up to thousands of dollars, yep, depending on who you're opening up for.
Yep.
And honestly, for a long time, I kind of struggled with that because, I think that, personally, like your talent should be enough, right? But I mean, I guess it is, yeah. I guess it is a way to connect you with an audience as you're growing. And that's what other artists have told me. I'm like, well, I guess that kind of makes sense. So it's
definitely, I'm learning new stuff every day. I've been at this with my label for about 2.5 years now, and I still have another 2 years to go with them, unless I sign with a bigger label. But I'm taking my manager with me regardless, because he's been there through thick and thin for me, But like I'm noticing, like, you being an artist, whether you're independent or you're with a label, you put in 95% of work, and that's going on social media, doing interviews, that's constantly promoting, marketing yourself, networking like crazy. I get up in the morning, whatever time, wake my daughter up from school at 6 a.m. So I'm starting to network on every music group I can find. I put in so much work, it's insane. And then I get the 5% chance to go to the studio and record and actually have a good time. Wow. So it's definitely a struggle. Like I feel it, man. Like even though I'm with a label, I do all the work. So it's like I understand where independent artists are coming from, and sometimes I feel like I'm an independent artist, but I do have a label backing me, but like I do all the work pretty much, and I'm okay with that, because like most artists, that's what they do. Like you have to promote yourself somehow, you have to market yourself, get your brand out there, and it's a struggling process. Especially, I am a mother of 3 children. I have a 14-year-old daughter, a 16-year-old son about to be 17, and I have a 30-year-old daughter who is crazy. I love her to death, but she's insane. So, and I'm a stay-at-home mom consistently. So like getting to be able to do music is very hard for me. So I actually did just buy myself a microphone, and I have some software and stuff. So I'm going to learn how to record at home and then just send it to my producer for mixing and mastering. Because like really, I can't afford to go to the studio. I can't afford to do things that some artists can do. Like it must be nice to be able to do that. I can barely be able to vocal train myself because I'm running after my 3-year-old, consistently making sure she's not getting into everything. Yes. So it's like, it's crazy. It's a struggle.
So, like that is the exact amount of kids that I have, so I can completely relate. My question to you is, do any of them get involved? Do you like, try to put them in your videos or like,
So my
on
14-year-old
songs?
has a really, really good voice. And we actually went to the studio to do a project together, but she's autistic and she froze and she didn't want to do it. But eventually I think once she gets that feeling, that vibe to herself, and she's not, nervous anymore, maybe she will actually do a song with me. But my 3-year-old, she sings consistently. She's got a beautiful voice for a 3-year-old, let me tell you. So I have a feeling she's gonna be an artist. My husband is an artist as well. He's a singer, songwriter. He plays all the instruments and everything. So it's kind of nice. Like, we both have that passion for music. But it's
That
definitely a
is
struggle.
beautiful. That is beautiful. Well, quick question. How did you find this network? How did you find crowded streaming and
So
all of that?
Kingly C, the one from
Mhm.
Instagram, actually messaged me, said, we're really interested in your music and we'd love to do an interview with you. And this was about 6 months ago. I did my first interview, I think maybe 4 months. I can't remember. It was definitely cold out still. And is it RJ, the one who does, is that his name, RJ?
Yeah, RJ.
RJ said, once you get your EP out there, hit me up and we're going to get another interview going. So I said, okay. So I actually just finished an interview with him about an hour and a half ago.
Wow.
So kind of cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm trying to promote my
That
EP
is so
any way I can.
Yes. Well, I guess, wow, you gave me so much. My mind is just going in 20 different directions right now. So you're a stay-at-home mom, you mentioned that, the mother of 3 kids, and I myself find it hard having 3 kids and not even being an artist, just making time to create, have interviews, have meetings, all of that. How do you juggle all of that? Like, run me through the process for that.
When I can get a moment to write, I do. So like what I was telling RJ, when I write, it's like, it just comes to me. Like, I'll be like washing the dishes or changing a diaper, and like I'll just hear this harmony in my head, and words will just come into my head, and I'll sit there and I'll type on my phone what I'm, and I'll record it on my phone to make sure I don't forget what I just wrote, because it's going to be fire eventually.
Yeah.
But it just comes down to like when I have time to do it. Like, sometimes I'll be able to go to the studio, I'll do a 4-hour session, and it's like, it's heaven to me because I get away from my kids for that 4 hours, and like I can breathe,
Yeah.
I can be me for just a little bit of time. Because really all I do is take care of my kids and take care of the house, cook, clean, everything, So it's like,
Yeah.
it's definitely a struggle. Like, I can't really say that I have a plan or an option. It just kind of, I get a chance to do something, even if it's for 5 minutes. If I go outside, I'm like, okay, I'm going to type, like I'm going to write and stuff. And networking is kind of easy because like I do it all over my phone. So like my daughter will be watching her cartoons or whatever, and I'll just be like networking as fast as I can, and like watching her and making sure she's not getting in everything. So it's like, it's definitely a struggle, girl. Like, I mean, I feel you. Like, and being an artist,
Yeah.
it's even more of a struggle trying to do that, let alone just be a mom.
There's such a stigma around being an artist, because a lot of people, they haven't really seen the behind the scenes lives of the Alicia Keys and all of these big R&B stars.
I'm sure they have a lot of nannies.
Right.
That's my guess.
But even before then, it's like the stigma came from us as consumers, and fans, not really knowing what their life was. I remember hearing a story about, I think it was Candy of Escape, feeling like she needed to quit because she got pregnant from the group. And that was a story over and over and over and over
Yeah.
again. Like, as women, if it's you either got to have kids or you can be an artist, but you can't do both. That
You
was
can do
back
both.
then.
You definitely can do both. It's just definitely going to be a struggle. You're definitely going to get frustrated. You're going to want to quit. There's many times where I'm like, you know what, I should just quit because this is too much for me. But like, when I get messages from my fans and stuff telling me like how my music moves them and stuff, it just like, I don't want to quit because like this is my passion. This is the reason I'm existing, to show people what I can do and to bring smile to people's lives that like are feeling what I'm feeling in my music.
Yes, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. You mentioned something else that I wanted to circle back around to also. The fact that you're with a label, right?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of music artists out here who are like, man, I'm gonna be independent for life and never sign with a label. I've been on that side before, but I also have now, being in the industry, have friends who have signed on to smaller labels who are like, no, I mean, they actually help me with structure, marketing, management, all of that. I would not be able to do half of the things that I do if I wasn't associated with the label. Can
Yeah.
you tell me about the process of how you got your label on board, and over the past
Yeah.
2 years, how they've helped you get to where you are today?
Absolutely. So I was just messing around in the studio and I had like created a demo with a different producer, a different studio, whatever. And I saw that Nightfall Records was looking for new artists. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to send a demo into them. I don't think anything's going to happen because I didn't have that confidence that I have today. Sent it to them, waited. I didn't hear anything for 3 months. I'm like, okay, they just obviously didn't like me. That's cool. I'm just going to keep doing me, doing what I do. And then 3 months, after the 3 months, I got an email saying, hey, we just listened to your demo. It's really good. There's a lot of potential in your voice. Let's have a chat. So he called me on the phone and we talked. He asked me what I would want to do in 5 years, what inspires me and everything. Like, he asked me all the questions that a manager would ask, And so we sat down and had a meeting after that. And my husband was with me because I had to make sure I took someone with me that was actually, understood a little bit more about the music industry, because he's been doing this for way longer than I have. And we just decided, like, hey, this is a really good deal. Like, he has really good connections. He's got really good marketing schemes and stuff. And I was like, okay, so he's an entrepreneur. Let's do this. So I signed with the label in November of 2018, 2019, I can't remember. But so at this point in my career now, like, he's helped me, like, he promotes me. He helps me get on really big playlists for like when I put music out there and stuff. He helps me find different producers, like he gets the shows. So he's an entrepreneur. Like, he has many businesses and he has all these artists that he manages by himself. So he's very busy all the time. So it's really hard for him to focus on just like one artist, which kind of sucks it sometimes. Like, I'm not gonna lie, but I've learned to be self-empowering and do things myself because I got to get it done. So I started doing the networking myself. I started going into the music groups and posting my music and stuff. And I've done collaborations with people all over the world so far, and it's been really awesome.
That is a really amazing story. That is a really amazing story. So you mentioned your husband has been in the music industry as well.
So he hasn't actually been in the industry. Okay, so he's been in bands, and he had a band that was like his baby. It was called Terrapin. He was like very heavy metal. That was his thing. Now he's kind of doing like R&B rap type of thing. The band that he works with is called Dead Man Switch. You can check them out. They're actually really, really dope.
I love. So you said it's like hip hop rock?
Yeah, it's like hip hop R&B. It's called Dead Man Switch. it's like a bluesy type of thing too. It's really cool, but he sings
Deadman's what?
Switch. So it's Deadman and then Switch.
Okay.
But yeah, so he sings for them, and he also is writing an album for them. So he works really hard, and he plays instruments and stuff like that. So he's actually working towards making his own EP. And when he does that, like I told RJ, he's like, "Will you let me know? Because then he can get interviewed and stuff, and I'll help him through the process." But because he's always like, "Oh, well, you need to network and do these things for me." I'm like, no, if you're going to be an artist, you're going to do it yourself. I was like, because I do it myself, and it's a struggle taking care of your daughters and your son. And no, like this is, but no,
Wow.
he's an amazing lyricist. He's an amazing vocalist. Sometimes I get so nervous I can't sing in front of him. He's the only person I can't really sing in front of because he's very criticizing in a good way, because he's trying to make me the best artist I can be.
Wow. Yeah. This just keeps getting, your story keeps getting better and better.
I only speak the truth, girl.
Both of y'all are, so you are married to an artist. You're an artist married to an artist, and
He's
y'all
also
kids.
a tattoo artist as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is insane. Wow. That is
My life.
a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. And you mentioned a little bit earlier about your daughter having autism as well. And
she has Asperger's autism, but she's very high functional, but like she's got the tics and everything, and like she also has anxiety and depression. So it's definitely been a struggle with her, especially because I'm worried about her consistently. And then I have my 3-year-old that won't leave my side when I need to spend time with my 14-year-old to try to like make sure she's good, so it's hard. And then trying to be an artist, it's just like, I don't know how I'm doing this.
yeah, man. So with being a mom of 3 kids, how does the process of you like leaving the house to go to events, how does that happen? Like do you have like a very strict, well organized schedule, or when things pop up, like
so
how does that
whenever
work?
I have a show, I make sure that I have a sitter, and usually it's my mother. My mother is like my rock, my everything. Like she'll take my daughter if like I need a break just to breathe, if I'm sick or something. She'll like, I'll take Bella for you. That's my 3-year-old. And my 14-year-old's in school, so like during the week it's not a problem. But like if it's on the weekend and I have a show, then she'll come to my mom's, or my mom will come to us, and she'll stay there and watch them for me, because I don't just trust anyone with my kids, especially with the way the world is now. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even crazy about my daughter starting preschool. Like she's still potty training, so I don't have to worry about that for another year. But like, just like with the coronavirus numbers going up and everything, like my 14-year-old just got over COVID. It was her first time getting it.
12-year-old, no, he just turned 13. My 13-year-old just got over COVID.
She was in school, and I got a phone call right 20 minutes before the school was about to be done anyways. Like, you have to come pick me up because someone has COVID. My friend has COVID, and we were around her, and they want us all to leave. And I'm like, wow, okay. And then she ended up getting it, and she survived it. I survived when I first got it. I only had it for 2 weeks. It sucks because I had to take care of everybody else in the house and myself, and I didn't really get to take care of myself. But like I said, I'm a power mom when it comes to that. Like, I take care of them. I take care of my husband. I take care of everything else in the house before I really take care of myself. And when I do take care of myself, I take care of myself.
What is your zodiac sign?
Scorpio.
Okay. I never would have guessed that. Wow.
Yeah, October 1981.
Dope.
Yeah. I'm actually 39 years old. I'm about to be 40.
Wow. You don't look it at all.
My mom was like, you
Not
look like
at
you're
all.
25. I'm like,
Exactly. Well, as we kind of come to a close, I always ask, and this will be, like my final question before I ask you to plug everything that you have coming up, everything that you're dropping, everything that you have going on, and also your social media. But my last question for you is, if there is a female, or I'm not even gonna limit it to male or female,
yeah, I got you.
any individual who is out there watching this today, and who feels like they're a single parent, and taking care of the kids, and have all of these things on their plate, what advice can you give them on maintaining, persevering, and being the artist, or the type of artist that the world needs?
Gotta take a deep breath and realize you can only control what you can control, and take the time out every day, whether it's 10 minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, to one, meditate, to two, if you want to write. And I know that sometimes, like in the middle of the day, you're going to be watching your kids or doing your thing, and you're like, oh, I have this, I want to write a song. Do it, but do it the best you can, because honestly, it's not easy being a mother. It's not easy being a mother and an artist. And one thing I teach my kids is, you can do anything that you want to do. You can be whatever you want to be, as long as you work hard, you have the determination. Practice is key, no matter what it is. And just be yourself above everything, and don't be selfish, because being selfish doesn't get you anywhere.
I love that. Thank you so much, Aria, for this great informational and motivational interview. Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, like I said, we're here because I have 3 kids, you have 3 kids, your husband's a tattoo artist, my fiance is a tattoo artist and an artist too. So like every time you open your mouth on this interview, I'm like, oh my God, wow. It's incredible. It really is. So what do you have coming out that you want to let people know about?
Well, my EP just came out. You can find that. So, okay, if you follow me on Instagram and you click on the link tree in my bio, it has all my songs up there. My EP just dropped 3 days ago, so that is on Spotify, and that's Aria Radae. I'm on YouTube. I have 3 music videos on YouTube right now. I'm on Apple, iTunes, Deezer. I can't remember all of them. There's a big list of them, and I don't ever remember them. I always just tell people Spotify and Apple, because really, like, that's pretty much all people use, and YouTube. But yeah, if you follow me, I'll follow you back too. If you're an artist and like you ever want to collab, you want to get your name out there, you just step your feet in there, like I can help you. Like just hit me up on Instagram and we can do a collab. Like I can show you the right direction. Like I'll help you as much as I can. Awesome. And I do have a show coming up in like either the 3rd or 4th weekend. It will be at a really nice distillery in Pittsburgh. I mean, I know everyone's pretty much from Houston or whoever else, but like if you ever are in Pittsburgh and you're there,
well,
like
actually, we air on Grind City GCTV on Roku, which is based out of Pittsburgh. So we do have Pittsburgh.
Yeah, just hit me up.
Of course. So what is your Instagram, Twitter, social media, TikTok, YouTube,
so
everything
is Aria Radae, and then my Facebook one is Aria Radae Music. So everything, Snapchat, TikTok, Insta, it's all Aria Radae, 2 words, and then the Facebook's Aria Radae Music.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to literally get off of here and follow you right now. And once again, thank you so much, Aria, for making the time.
Make sure you check out my EP. I think you'll really like it.
I will. I definitely will. I'm always looking for new things to add to my Spotify. Always, always, always.
Awesome.
So thank you so much for coming on the show. Big shout out, guys. And once again to Crowded Streaming. If you haven't downloaded the app, why? Why haven't you downloaded the app? Download the app, guys. Support the people who support independent music artists and sign music artists as well. So who support general music artists who are trying their best to navigate the rocky road of being in the music industry. So support them. And once again, big shout out to Kay over at Grind City for getting us on Roku. Shout out to King Lisi, 4500, and RJ, whatever. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and make sure you check out Aria's EP. Later, y'all.
Bye.
What you gonna do when you can't fight anymore? Are you gonna run from the calm before the storm? Rise up from the ashes of your life. Show them all you're here to survive. Every day we're fighting some type of demons. Can't let them win. Use your strength within. Hard work and determination are the key. Can't give up. Oh, set yourself free. What you gonna do when you can't fight anymore? Are you gonna run from the calm before the storm? Rise up from the ashes of your life. Show them all you're here to survive. All the constant struggles that life brings. Gotta keep your head up, it's never as bad as it seems. There's always a silver lining at what seems to be the end. Have faith in yourself, be your own trend. What you gonna do when you can't fight anymore? Are you gonna run from the calm before the storm? Rise up from the ashes of your life. Show them all you're here to survive.
Saying, hey, shout out to you.
So you go give them that
I got
real.
stuff that nobody knows.
For people out there that don't know, what is this you have going on? I seen something you and Soulja Boy, you got something big cooking up.
The Rocky Road Show, the Crowded Streaming, and we are now featured on Grind City.
Hip hop, for the most part, we talk about actually selling it. So those are crimes right there.
I'm not the girl that I used to be. Right back on nothing's gonna stop me. I'm not the girl that I used to be. I got a new attitude, hips got a new swing. I'm breaking out with a little twist. I promise you won't wanna miss this. All the hate is what drives me. Say hello to the new me, 'cause I'm not the girl I used to be. I'm patiently waiting for the right one to come. I'm patiently waiting to find the one. I've come undone.
in my bio, take you to my other site. Make sure you change the channel up on Saturday night. School of Rockett taking off, she really taking flight. Roku TV grind, hard TV Saturday night. Pull up at 7:30, wanna hear some good advice. Experience teach you everything you ever learn in life. Meditate and inspirate you, add it to your life. Shout out to the button pusher, push the button. Inspirational stories and advice. We might tell you something to help you